Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's the Pistons to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. The shot by Wade, wide open. Back to Gibson. It's another look. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Here's Jackson. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Morris dishes to Drummond. Puts it up from 12, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Gibson rejected by Harris. Caldwell Pope pass to Jackson. He dishes it to Harris. Here's Morris, and it's good from about 19 feet. 23 seconds left to play in the first. Now Wade. From the stripe. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Jackson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. No good. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. Now here's Drummond out to Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Jackson. That's good. Jackson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Pistons.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And here we go. The Pistons fast break and slam dunk by Harris.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Here's Wade. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jackson's got the ball.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
They might be named after a car part, but the Pistons had a rough go of things on the road. They just kind of had to use it. They just couldn't stay consistent away from home.
They couldn't. Only won 14 road games, and that number is not enough to get you to the playoffs.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Lopez comes in for Portis, and it's Butler in for McDermott. Now here's Butler. Lopez with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. They need this. Rebound by the Pistons. Caldwell Pope's got his 3rd rebound on the night. That's good from Harris on the assist by Jackson. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, back-breaking run, really exposing the weaknesses in their defense.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Harris outside. Fires the three. They get the rebound. Drummond. And that concludes the first.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, do you think the defense will be the focus?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. The second quarter got a... All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
A nice quarter for Jackson. He has 8 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Lopez in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in the first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Smooth. The three-pointer, no good.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
So it's Detroit now after Dwayne Wade's miss. Here's Smooth. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Smooth's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now, here's Wade. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
They're trying to work it inside here, and they've had a little bit of success as they try to cut into that deficit. And getting it inside is one way to try to chip away at it.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Smooth passes to Drummond. Harris kicks to Drummond. Lets the three fly. Shot is off. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Jackson and Caldwell Pope the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Harris in at the small forward.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. And I think they came out with some tired legs to start. They've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged. Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing pocket. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And with the game literally hanging in the balance, a play like that is an igniter. That's where momentum can become a game changer. And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game.
Outside Jackson. Here's Drummond. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And it's 6 points here for Drummond. Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 5. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Doris ball movement by Detroit. No coverage that time. And now an 8-point Piston lead.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 8. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Butler. Lopez a screen. Butler kicks to Rondo. And again, no good by Chicago.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
And the wide-open shot for Morris. Another 3 for Detroit.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Jackson kicks to Harris. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
Now here's Lopez, and it's sent back by Drummond. The dish now to Jackson. Harris kicks to Jackson. Top of the key, Harris. Pass to Jackson. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win